Hello, Vanguardians. Anthony here from Team Epic from Epic CFV 365. Coming today with my Angel Feathers deck profile. Don't forget like, subscribe buttons down below. Leave a comment with what you think of the Angel Feathers deck profile. Check us out on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays for all of our Vanguard videos. And check out the links in the description to Facebook, eBay, David Adams Car World, and Big Game Collectibles. So I start off with Black Kendall Azrael. Basically, GB1, Counterblast 1, Soul Charge this card, put the top card of your deck to your damage zone, choose one face up for your damage zone, add it to hand. This deck revolves completely around damage manipulation. So then we run 4 copies of Accident Celestial Bartel. She can Legion with either Asmodale or Hail. And as long as when this unit is Legion, put the top card in your deck to the damage zone. Choose one face up from your damage zone, call it to rear guard. And if you happen to have a face up card in your damage zone with the same name as the unit on your Vanguard, the unit you called out gets +5. And when she's placed on Vanguard, look at the top 3. Search one from among them, put it into your damage zone, put the other 2 in the drop zone, and then choose a face-up card from your damage zone and heal it. Like I said, this deck revolves completely around damage manipulation and getting the right cards into your damage zone. Then we got 2 Malcadel. She Legions with Asmodale, and when this is in Legion, all units in the front row get +2k, and if you have a face-up card in your damage zone with the same name as one on your Vanguard, the entire front row gets another 2k. So that's 4k to your front row. And when it attacks, if there's another unit behind it, it gets an additional 3k. So it just does a lot of boosting. And then we have 2 Ramiel. Limit Break. So you choose one from your damage zone, put it to your hand, put the top card to your damage zone. Vanguard gets +10k. If this unit attacks a Vanguard, it gets an additional 2k. So that's the grade 3 lineup. Not much to really talk about there. 2s, we have 4 Hills. When she attacks a Vanguard, if you have Celestial Vanguard name, it gets +2k, so you'll have an 11k swinger. And if you also have a face-up card in your damage zone at the same name as a unit on your Vanguard, if it hits, Soul Charge 1 and Counter Charge 1. Then we run 4 Asmodeles. Counterblast 1, put this card to your damage zone. So if this attack hits, you countercharge, put this to your damage zone, choose a card from your damage zone not named Asmodale, and call it to rear guard. So basically this allows you to get multiple attacks off per turn. And finally, 3 Unicorns with the Resist feature. When it's placed in rear guard, Counterblast 1, choose a face-up card from your damage zone and heal it. When this leaves the field, look at 2 cards from the top of your deck, search for one among them, put one into the damage zone, and then the other on the bottom of the deck. So again, it revolves a lot around damage manipulation, so the only way to get rid of this thing is by forcing your opponent to attack it. So it can't be targeted, it can't be locked, can't be stunned, can't really be done anything. It resists all effects. You have to destroy it by battle. For wands, 4 Israfil, the perfect guard. As long as one of them is in your drop zone, you countercharge 1. 4 Black Call Nakir, that's your stride fodder, which pays the entire cost of striding. 4 Narelle, when she's put into played, you move 1 from your hand to your damage zone, move one from your damage zone to your hand. So like I said, this whole deck just does damage manipulation. And then last of the grade 1s, we've got 2 Era Hackney. She gets an additional 3k when she's attacking as long as you have a Celestial Vanguard. So early game, you get like a 10k swinger. That's really all she's in there for. And for the zeros, running 4 heals. Got my other 2 Sunny Smiles coming in the mail. This also kind of acts like Lozenge Magus. Angel Feather rides this. It has the Forerunner ability. Plus, then when it boosts, the boosted unit gets an additional 3k. And then at the end of the end phase, hang on. So at the beginning of the end phase of that turn, this goes back to your deck. So you can so this is not bad to start with. It's a free boost, free swing, additional power when you swing, and then goes right back. So that's really good to have. And then I got 4 of the Asbills. So as long as this is in your damage zone, you can move this to the top of your deck, shuffle, reveal 3 cards, choose one not named Ashiel among them, put that card into your damage zone, and then put the rest in the drop zone. Like I said, this can completely weed out all your triggers and stuff. That way you can get the right effects off. Make sure you have your triggers in your deck. Make sure you have the right cards face up in your damage zone so you can do all your combos. And we got 4 more crits and 4 stands. 2 doctors. This one's a GB1. Counterblast this unit. Put it on top of the deck. Choose 2 cards from your damage zone. Put them onto the top of the deck. Shuffle deck. Put the next 2 cards on your after you shuffle it. Put the next 2 cards face up in your damage zone, then draw a card. It's really good. So that replaces your draw triggers. And then finally we have 2 Happy Bell no seals. You soul charge this. Take 1 Angel Feather from your hand, put it to your damage zone. Choose 1 from your damage zone, put it to your hand. So, like I said, you can do a lot of manipulations with this deck. That's what this deck revolves around, is just completely manipulating the damage zone. So for grade 4s, I run 2 Raziel, Counterblast, or excuse me, Soul Blast 2. Return every card in your damage zone to your deck, shuffle the deck, and then put that many face back up. So if you've already ran through your Counterblast, drop this, reset your damage zone, and keep right on going. For the time being, I'm running 2 Uriels. This one says, when it hits, look at the top 3, put 1 in your damage zone, and if you put 1 in your damage zone, choose a grade 2 or less in the damage zone, call it to rear, and it gets plus 2k. And for Michaels, Counterblast 1, put the top card into your damage zone, choose 1 from your damage zone, call it to rear guard. Then if your damage zone has a face-up card with the same card name as the cards you just called, that unit you called gets plus 5k. So again, like I said, it resolves a lot around damage manipulation. Some of this is going to get replaced for Raphael. I'm not sure what 4 cards are going to get replaced because Raphael is a free heal. So that is the Angel Feather deck profile. Don't forget, like and subscribe buttons are below. Check us out on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays for all of our Vanguard videos. Be sure to like and subscribe. That helps us out. Leave a comment with what you think of the deck profile. And check out the links in the description below for Facebook, eBay, David Adams, and Big N. And this is Anthony from Epic CFV 365 saying, if you're going to card fight, make it epic.